What is up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Got another video for you guys. This one is from Matt Walsh and it says, hot take, being fat is not healthy. No, it is not, but let's get into it. I can only
So the first
imagine
month
what
of
this
the new year
is.
usually means big business for the fitness industry. People across the country are looking back at our previous
What
year.
I think is about to happen is I think he's going to talk about how like you have these different companies that try to market, you know, morbidly obese people as being healthy, which that's not a healthy lifestyle. You're, you know, setting people up for adverse health problems, type 2 diabetes, heart attack, heart disease, stroke, you know, things of that nature. I'm type 1 diabetic myself. You know, usually people that develop type 2 diabetes is because your poor eating habits and you've put on a considerable amount of weight. Typically that happens. When it comes to type 1, it's a pancreatitis, you know, situation where the pancreas doesn't work, you know, how it's supposed to. So you have to take insulin shots and whatnot. So
Year reflecting on the collective hours and days spent lying around like slugs, consuming 3 times as many calories as we burn off on a good day, our waistlines expanding to blimp-like proportions, feeling the fleeting pangs of guilt for all of this, remembering that both sloth and gluttony are deadly sins, and thus resolving to finally begin engaging in some form of physical movement in the year ahead. Of course, the problem is that once we embark on our new health and wellness quest, we discover that exercise is, you know, difficult. And worst of all, it takes up time that could be better spent watching TikTok videos. And so the resolve dies away and the gyms empty out as quickly as they were filled. Though most of the people who abandon their gym routines still continue paying their membership fees, hoping that at least being a dues-paying member of a gym might, you know, count for something. As if heart disease will see their membership card on their keychain and pass them over on that basis alone. The fitness industry does not need you to actually get healthy and fit. It just needs you to see health and fitness as at least theoretically desirable. But what happens when these things, health and fitness and general physical wellness, can no longer be presented as even theoretically desirable? That's when you end up with absurdities like the latest issue of Self magazine. Now, Self is an online publication allegedly focused on health and beauty and owned by the same mega corporation that gives us Vogue, The New Yorker, GQ, Vanity Fair, Wired.
they did that to sell
pretty much
magazines.
every other magazine.
Because traditional media is pretty much dying. Everything is going to digital. So now, from every now and again, you see these types of promotional like advertisements
in existence, it would seem. Self's first issue of 2022 looks so on the nose, so perfectly representative of all of the foibles of wokeness that you might at first think it's some kind of intentional self-parody. And it is self-parody, but it's just not intentional. As you can see on the cover here, it features an obese woman in spandex, along with the headline, "The Future of Fitness." And one wonders if the next issue will have a picture of a square with the headline, "The Future of Circles," or the number 5 with the headline, "The Future of 2 + 2." In any case, the subheadings on the cover promise to give us more information about, quote, the relentless reality of anti-fatness in fitness, and, quote, 4 ways to respond to unnecessary encouragement at the gym. Yeah, you know, all those bullies at the gym that encourage you. An introductory article by the editor-in-chief, Lita Shai, explains the point and purpose of this health magazine's new focus on promoting obesity. She writes, quote, in this digital issues articles and essays, when we say future, we're not talking about the latest fitness trackers or streaming workout equipment. We're talking about the people who are changing the landscape of an industry that has, for too long, excluded many. Over the past few years, thanks to the body positivity movement, as well as other thoughtful explorations that have challenged complacent ideas about weight and size, we've seen an important shift in how we discuss larger bodies. But fitness spaces can be a final frontier in a particular strain of body discrimination where anti-fat bias and weight-related stigma are entrenched in our collective understanding of what it means to be fit. It's time to break free from this.
There's no way you can say that being morbidly obese is beneficial to someone's health. That's just delusion. So that's just them trying to spin and sell magazines, right? Especially if being that size isn't conducive to your job title. For example, If you're an offensive lineman in the NFL, you're supposed to be that big, or a defensive lineman, or a sumo wrestler, something of that nature. Then you being that big is conducive to that particular line of work. But even after that, once you're no longer engaged in that, the effects of that on your body is substantial. And for the average person, that's not them. So,
limited view, the future of fitness is about making space for everyone to feel welcome. So in this package, we're celebrating the people who are helping get us there. Now, clicking through to discover the whole...
When have everyone not been welcome into the gym? What they're trying to do is basically say, don't, constructively critique somebody based on, their weight or their size. When traditionally we know what is, associated with being that size, your joints and stuff is going to start aching. You're going to start to develop different types of health problems. So,
whole package, we find articles
very
with
dangerous.
Titles like, quote, 12 pieces of running gear
all
that
these
can make
different
running
narratives
in
and stuff
larger
that the
bodies
media
more
is
comfortable.
putting on society is very
Now, I know what can make
dangerous and
running in larger
disingenuous.
bodies more comfortable, a salad. But I'm guessing that doesn't make it on the list. Other titles, here's how to find a gym that's size-friendly. And, quote, these 10 people are challenging how the fitness industry treats fatness. And then, how to feel confident at the gym when you're starting out, according to 12 larger-bodied exercisers. Now, please note the updated PC lingo here. A fat guy at the gym is no longer a fat guy at the gym. He is now a larger-bodied exerciser. If all of this doesn't sound inane enough, then how about this headline? 6 things fitness instructors should do to become a better fat ally. And, quote, 7 seemingly empowering body-positive phrases that actually reinforce ableism. And then my favorite, 7 ways to repair your relationship with movement. Now, I love that last one because it provides a very useful framework for laziness, which of course is what all of this is really doing. But now when my wife asks me for a third time to get off the couch and go take the garbage cans out, I can just say, sorry, honey, I'm really working on my relationship with movement right now. We've decided to take some time apart.
See, this is what I be talking about. Like, people nowadays will find anything to justify some bullshit. And this is just one of many examples of people, trying to push that line.
And it's for the best. Can you bring me another beer, by the way? I need you to be a fat ally, honey. Now, it's easy enough to laugh at all this because it's so interminably stupid.
It is.
Unfortunately, this stuff doesn't just live on Tumblr blogs and weird internet forums anymore. This is a health magazine published by one of the largest media companies on the planet. Imagine if Men's Health put out an issue on alcoholism, but every article just encouraged you to keep drinking as much booze as you want.
Yeah, like what the
6
fuck?
things you can do to be a better binge drinker ally. Here's how to find an AA meeting that's BYOB. These 10 drunk drivers are challenging how the court system treats impaired driving. For now, anyway, though this could change as we continue our slide down the slippery slope, everyone would agree that such content would be not only ridiculous, but harmful, evil even, as it would actively encourage people to destroy themselves. It's like finding a suicidal man standing at the edge of the roof and shouting, "You should totally jump if you want to. Don't let anyone judge you if you jump. Maybe you can fly. Only one way to find out."
Yo.
And this is why, of course, fat acceptance will never be anything but morally perverse and repulsive. It's like bulimia acceptance or the acceptance of people who cut their wrists.
Yeah.
To love someone is to will their good. That is to help them towards...
Yeah, exactly.
Towards
you doing this is
what
enabling
is
them to stay within.
But if you're helping them towards degradation, despair, and destruction, that's hatred. Or at least indifference. This is also why obesity is not an identity. It's the erasure of identity. Both because it will kill you, I mean, literally erasing you physically from existence, and also because it covers the defining parts of you. It will always be absurd to claim that a morbidly obese woman is physically beautiful. She's not, because her feminine features are covered in lard. I mean, you may as well say someone is most beautiful when they have a blanket over their heads.
Oh, Lord.
Beautiful in this context is a description of physical features. But morbid obesity overtakes all of your physical features, covers and destroys them, so that when you call a morbidly obese person physically beautiful, you must be describing the obesity itself as beautiful.
Yeah, which is
to say that destruction and sickness are beautiful, which is itself a sick thing to say. This is the backwards world we find ourselves in when self-perception.
Yeah, we are. We're literally living in bizarre world.
It's a problem we talk about
so
often on this show because it lies at the root of almost everything that's going wrong in our culture. In a world where the ego is king, the job of everyone around you is to reinforce how you perceive yourself, or how you at least want to perceive yourself. Because you shouldn't have to conform yourself to any outside reality. There's no truth greater than your truth, your will, your ego.
It's dangerous and it's
so if you want to feel healthy and beautiful, as everybody does, then society must simply declare that you are both of those things.
That's just like this. There's this thing going around on TikTok where you have these kids going around diagnosing themselves as being, having dissociative identity disorder. That's dangerous.
It would be an act of unthinkable oppression for anyone to tell you that, though you want to be those things, you're not. Even if they lay out a plan and they promise to help you become what you want to be, if they say you're not those things right now, but you can be, here's how to do it, I'll help you, even that is oppressive. Because it implies that there's a truth and reality greater than the individual ego. Something that the individual must navigate through, rules that he has to follow. And the modern narcissist simply cannot accept that. So he stares in the mirror, tells himself fairy tales about himself, and everybody plays along, cheering him on, and on, and on, and on.
Enabling him.
And all the way over the ledge.
Down, yep, exactly.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, this shit is ridiculous, bro. What's so awful about not wanting to be in a relationship with someone who disregards their health and appearance? As a lifelong sports coach, fitness trainer, and physical ed teacher, this fat positive movement has been a total nightmare for me. There's no way to be obese and healthy. Sorry, but that absolutely. Absolutely. It's like everything that's been set in stone pretty much since the dawn of age is each thing is slowly trying to be cast aside or disregarded as if that's not been, the standard, the right standard. Yeah, like that shit ain't healthy. You walking and you out of breath for taking a couple of steps. You have a stroke. You develop type 2 diabetes, heart disease. That's what this is encouraging. All in the vein of to sell some fucking magazines. That's disgusting. But that's going to pretty much do it for my reaction to this video. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Before you head out, be sure to drop a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It'll help the channel out a lot. And until the next one, peace.